kesinan dalam semua karya seni bina masjidnya adalah kubah. Kubah merupakan elemen utama yang digunakan untuk menentukan plan sesebuah masjid, dan struktur ini merupakan komponen seni bina yang menguasai keseluruhan ruang dalam dan juga ruang luar masjid. Keseluruhan Masjid Mimar di Adina Kaaba ditutup dengan kubah monumental setinggi 37 meter dan dikelilingi oleh separuh kubah di 3 sisi. Bahagian dalam masjid dibahagikan dengan 4 tiang besar yang menyokong kubah utama.
Maybe the main difference between the two is the amount of light.
Okay.
And this was slightly bigger, and this is in a much higher position than the previous one, because this was a little complaint by the lady who sponsored the building. Comparing to Mihrimah mosques also give us an opportunity to kind of trace the development of architects in terms of architecture techniques. What technique enabled him to open so many windows on the walls? He discovered a method to make the domes lighter. How did he make it? He buried empty jars in the dome. The dome of this mosque is like a honeycomb, basically. These jars he buried there made the dome very light, so he could open windows on the walls because the walls are carrying less burden than the previous one.
Is the structure, is it?
Yeah, it's empty inside the dome. If you look at the photo
It's very light.
of the dome, because he buried these clay vessels, clay jars. The dome is very light.
Okay.
Walls are not carrying a heavy burden, so you can open windows on the walls.
Nice.
So this is a technique he discovered in the second half of his architectural career. This is a good opportunity to see these differences in his architectural life, basically.
I see. Perfect, Mr. Aklan. Perfect. Pada tahun 1719, 1766 dan 1894, gempa bumi telah menyebabkan banyak kerosakan yang telah dibaiki pada awal dan pertengahan abad ke-20. And I heard that there's actually earthquake happening in around this area. Does that affect this building?
That's actually a very good question, because Istanbul is an earthquake city. We are on a fault line. And if you look at the historical records, every 250 years, this city is destroyed. And interestingly, the last one was in 1766. This is overdue. The next one, people are expecting a big earthquake. I know families moving to other cities because of the fear of the earthquake. Now, in the earthquake of 1766, many mosques and buildings were destroyed, except for architect Sinan's mosques.
Mimar Sinan menggunakan sistem sokongan berbilang 4, 6 atau 8 elemen dalam susunan struktur reka bentuknya, dan salah satu tipologi asas yang dipilihnya di masjid ini adalah baldakin persegi yang didirikan di atas tapak persegi. Baldakin persegi yang disokong oleh tiang dan alca telah diletakkan di tengah-tengah bangunan dan ditutup dengan kubah pendentif. Binaan ini membentuk ruang kubah yang besar di tengah dan diapit dengan 2 ruang galeri atau mahfil di kiri dan di kanan. Okay, so Mr. Khan, can you tell us what is actually baldakin, and can you show us which part of this mosque got that element of the baldakin?
Oh, when we say baldakin, we are talking about this structure. It is the 4 legs connected to each other with arches that carries a dome, basically. But baldakin is the name for these 4 pillars, basically, that are connected to each other with these arches. That is baldakin. And you put usually a dome on it. And originally it's an Italian word that means actually canopy. You know what we have on beds, basically, or on thrones of the kings in the past. So this is the etymologic root of this word, and in architecture it means this structure, right? Baldakins are very important because dome is a heavy burden. You want to spread the burden to the pillars. So you don't want the walls
to carry the same load.
Exactly. Because you don't want the walls to carry any burden, because you want to open windows on the walls. So you spread the whole thing to the pillars via baldakin, which is 4 arches on top of four pillars.